All right, Shalom. I want to give all praises, all honor, and all glory unto Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahushai, Bahashem, Rakak Wadash. I want to give double honors unto the apostles and elders of Great Millstone, that I learned this truth from. I want to say peace, mercy, and blessings to all the hopeful elect. The true name of the Heavenly Father is Yahweh, which means he exists or he is to be. The true name of the Son is Yahushai, which means he is the deliverer. All right? And we are the Hebrew Israelites. Today we're being called by bywords and proverbs such as black, African American, colored, Native American, Seminole Indian, Latin, Hispanic. We're those people that make up the lost 12 tribes of Israel, the self-proclaimed white man, Caucasians, Europeans, as they call themselves. According to the Bible, they're Esau, Edom, the Edomites, also called Idumea. According to Bible prophecy, they are the end of the world. Esau is the end of the world, and Jacob is the beginning of it that follow it. Jacob's name was changed to Israel. Okay, and this is going to be a quick lesson. I don't really have any scriptures or anything planned, but I do have a few articles, things that's going on in the world. I'm just going to bring out some precepts pertaining to those. All right, so this is from End Time Headlines. Person stabbed as students protest Trump's immigration policies in Los Angeles. So, ever since this man has gotten in office, people have been in an uproar. Pretty much he's been cleaning house. There's been a lot of changes going on between himself, and Elon Musk. And also Elon Musk is featured on the cover of Time magazine. So this is the latest news that's going on. Okay. Elon Musk is featured on the Time magazine, but wait a minute, isn't that where Donald Trump is supposed to be sitting? Okay, so what are they're telling you? Because I speak as a man, but I believe this is an omen. Because a lot of people are saying that Trump has a lot of yes men around him, and could it be that Elon Musk is really running the show, or could it be that it's time that they use this man to bring in the bring in that technology for the rice device? Because it's spiritual that it says time. The background is red for Esau, Edom, also for blood. A picture is worth a 1,000 words. I'm not trying to go too deep, but it's spiritual that they got this man sitting where Trump, should be sitting. So as you can see, that's where Trump should be sitting. Behind it, it's called the Resolute Office or the Resolute Desk. So you can see right there, it's pretty much the same desk, but on Time magazine, they got a picture of your man Elon Musk on there. So Lord willing, it's that time for them, to start implementing that the rice device, the mark of the beast, because you better believe Elon Musk is going to play a huge part in that. Then another article from End Time Headlines, it says, Mr. Gates warns that AI will likely replace humans for most things, right? We know Trump just put $500 billion into Stargate, to help fund the AI of America. Trump is from CNN.com. Trump announces a $500 billion AI infrastructure investment in the U.S. All right. 3 top tech confirms on Tuesday that they will create a new company called Stargate to grow AI infrastructure in the U.S. OpenAI CEO Sam Altman, SoftBank CEO Masayoshi Son, and Oracle Chairman Larry Ellison appeared at the White House Tuesday afternoon alongside President Trump to announce company, which Trump called the largest AI infrastructure progress project in history. The companies will invest $100 billion in the project to start, with plans to pour up to $500 billion into Stargate in the coming years. The project is expected to create 100,000 U.S. jobs, Trump said. But hold up, that's a contradiction, because right here, Bill Gates warns that AI will likely replace humans for most things. So, okay, it might create some jobs, but how many jobs will be lost, right? It says, opinion. Bill Gates recently shared some intriguing insights regarding the swift advancements in generative AI during an appearance on The Tonight Show with Jimmy Fallon. The Microsoft co-founder articulated a vision where AI would increasingly assume responsibilities across various professions, ultimately leading to a significant shift in the workforce landscape. Gates remarked, "We are entering an era where intelligence is a rare commodity, a great doctor, or an exceptional teacher. With the emergence of AI over the next decade, such expertise will become accessible and ubiquitous, offering excellent medical advice and outstanding educational support. This shift is profoundly impactful, effectively addressing specific challenges such as the shortage of healthcare providers and mental health professionals. However, it also brings about a considerable degree of disruption." During the conversation, Gates acknowledged that the rapid proliferation of generative AI is generating apprehension among individuals, which prompted Fallon to inquire about the future necessary human involvement in this new technological era. Gates delivered a succinct response, asserting not for most things. He elaborated that the decision of when and how to implement AI will largely rest with humans. For example, he noted that people might not prefer to watch AI-driven devices play baseball, suggesting that certain activities will remain distinctly human. There will certainly be aspects we reserve for ourselves. However, in terms of manufacturing, logistics, and agricultural production, those issues will increasingly become manageable challenges, he added. Gates has been a vocal advocate for advancements in AI technology globally, even declared 2024 the year of AI. So with the displacement of all the so-called illegal immigrants or alien, you got to imagine, because it just said agricultural production. So a lot of those jobs, that the Northern Kingdom was doing, such as, working on a farm, picking berries, apples, things of that nature. You got to think, is AI going to take those jobs? Or is it going to create more jobs? Well, according to Bible prophecy, Scripture says that, there's not going to be any work for Egypt, in all the ways of Egypt, Excuse me, I'm a little under the weather right now. Esau's spraying some shit in the air, man, But this is Isaiah 19, and this is the King James Version, Blue Letter Bible Edition. It says, "The Lord, Yahweh, Ba'ashem Yahushua, had mingled a perverse spirit in the midst of." In America, there's a wicked, twisted, sick, backward spirits out here. That's why in Revelation it's known as modern-day Sodom and Egypt, And they have caused Egypt to err in every work thereof, as a drunken man staggered in his vomit. Whatever this man tried to do is just going to end up putting him in the worst situation, because the Stargate project, putting Trump in office, the Department of Government Efficiency, all these are forms of a bomb that they want to put on Babylon to help heal the whore. Okay, but alas, she won't be healed. That's why it's going to be mass reverse migration. A lot of people want to leave this place. Then it's the end game is for the Most High to destroy with a nuclear overthrow. 15. Neither shall there be any work for Egypt, which the head or tail, branch, or rush may do. Meaning, there's not going to be work for anyone. Everybody going to be out of work. And then you got to imagine there's an economic collapse coming. There has to be. Because to tie in with the new form of currency, everything is going digital, technological, AI, artificial intelligence. Okay, so the new form of currency will be to see him. It's not going to be cash. That's why everything's going cashless now, right? And that day shall Egypt be like unto woman, and it shall be afraid and fear because of the shaking of the hand of Yahweh Hashem Yahushua hosts, which he shake it over, right? Doing economic collapse, martial law, Egyptian against Egyptian, all right? All of these things are coming, okay? Says in a separate discussion, he mentioned that if he were to start Microsoft again, he would establish it as an AI-focused entity aimed at competing with giants like OpenAI and Google. While he expressed confidence in the potential to secure significant funding, potentially billions, for a startup centered around AI with just a few initial concepts. He also cautioned that achieving success in the AI arena is markedly more complex than the traditional software space. Gates emphasized the importance of identifying a specific niche that offers minimal competition as a crucial strategy for thriving in this rapidly evolving industry. Okay, so there's all type of things going on right now, man. You know, it's kind of a it's something happening like every hour on the hour, right? So back to this first article, so there's protest going on. AI is taking over everything. There's not going to be any fucking jobs. It's going to be an economic collapse, right? Let's tie Isaiah 19. We're going to marry that with Ecclesiastes 12. Oh, yeah, I did have this is Isaiah 19, the Good News Translation. I just want to read that real quick. Isaiah 19:14, Good News Translation. The Lord Yahweh Hashem Yahushai made them give confusing advice. As a result, Egypt does everything wrong and staggers like a drunk slipping on its own vomit. And that's what Trump is receiving. Well, actually, he's receiving an order from the elites. So that's what they're receiving from Satan in there. You know, warlocks, witches, prognosticators, stargazers. They're receiving confusing advice. No one in Egypt, rich or poor, important or unknown, can offer help, right? Nobody gonna be able to help. You know? A time is coming when the people of Egypt will be as timid as women. They will be terrible in terror when they see the Lord Almighty has stretched out his hand to punish them. Okay? Ecclesiastes 12. Remember now thy Creator in the days of thy youth, while the evil days come not, nor the years draw nigh, when thou shalt say, I have no pleasure in them. And that's the times we're coming into, you know, with the construction of smart cities as AI expands and take over, as there's more, you know, job loss, homelessness is increased. Those are miseries, many great miseries, when there's lack of food, pestilence, you know. While the sun or the light of the moon or the stars be not darkened, nor the clouds return after rain, right? A dark time, you know, a time of the famine of the word. You know, the day of the Lord shall be darkness, not light, you know. 3. And the day when the keepers of the house shall tremble, right? You know, dealing with people like Trump, Elon Musk, people who watch the stock market, different trends, things of that nature. Those are the keepers of the house, you know. And the strong men shall bow themselves, because even the military, you know, because now that Trump is in office, you know, says, this is from News Nation, right? Army recruiting hits record highs after Trump's win. So now that this man is in office, you know, that's bringing back that spirit of American pride in people. So now you have a lot more people joining the military, you know. And then he's speaking great things. He's speaking about turning the Gaza Strip, you know, into the Riviera Riviera, excuse me, I can't pronounce that right, of the Middle East. You know, so he's speaking great things against those people of Gaza, the Palestinians, the Arabs, you know, the Persians, the Iranians, you know, the Elamites, those different people of that land. He's speaking to Saudi Arabia. So what these people don't know, man, is that them joining the army, that's gonna get shipped to the Middle East and they're gonna die over there horribly. Ecclesiastes 12 and 3. And the strong men shall bow themselves, and the grinders cease because they are few, and those that look out the windows be darkened. So the grinding is going to cease, meaning the work is going to stop, because there's not going to be any work for Egypt, right? And those that look out the window be darkened, meaning the future is not looking good, right? And the doors shall be shut in the streets, right? So this is going to accelerate the retail apocalypse and other businesses, small businesses, all right? Because now people have to learn how to deal with AI, you know. When the sound of the grinding gets low, he shall rise up at the voice of the bird that shall alarm clock, and all the daughters of music shall be brought low. And the music is so shitty nowadays. It's not real music, man. All right? So, back in this article, person stabbed as students protest Trump's immigration policies in Los Angeles. So right there, you got uproars of the people, man. I want to see what that says in Good News Translation as well. This is 2 Esdras 9, Good News Translation. He answered, consider all these things very carefully. When you see that some of the signs I've told you about have appeared, right? So we've seen, some of the signs dealing with Abba Vivens, the spirit of life entered into the men of Yahweh Hashem Yahushai, them hitting the highways and hedges, Ezekiel 37, the valley dry bones, camps being formed, men going out to highways and teach and start to serve Yahweh Hashem Yahushai. It even says in Baruch, in their captivity, they shall remember themselves and think upon my name. So we're seeing certain signs pass, but there's still a few major signs left. Prophecies, such as the third woe, the hour of temptation, the mark of the beast, the second coming of Yahushua, second Exodus, Verse 2. You will know that the time has come when the Most High will bring judgment on the world which he has created. So that's the time that we're in. There will be earthquakes, national rebellions, international intrigues, unstable leaders, right, and confused rulers, right? When you see these things happening, you will know that they are what the Most High has spoken about since the beginning of creation. And that's the time that we're in. We're in a time of confused rulers, unstable leaders, national rebellion, uproars of the people, right? What began as a peaceful demonstration escalated into violence in LA, where a group of determined students staged a walkout from their schools for the fourth consecutive day in opposition to immigration policies implemented by President Trump. Oh, and I believe a couple of days ago they had a day without immigrants, So that was 5 days ago. A day without immigrants. What to know about closures, demonstrations across the country? So this was 5 days ago, man. So there's all type of stuff going on, man. All type of uproars and protests. Aerial images captured by KTLA's Sky 5 helicopter revealed the chaotic aftermath of the clash near downtown LA, featuring a scene marked by a bloody individual amidst the turmoil. Numerous groups from various local schools gathered outside LA's City Hall on Friday afternoon, uniting in a display of defiance. About 1:49 p.m., the LAPD confirmed that a Hispanic male suffered a stabbing incident at Grand Park, which is situated directly outside City Hall. KTLA reporter Rich Prickett estimated that the crowd swelled to several hundred demonstrators congregating in this area around 1:30 p.m., highlighting the significant engagement of the youth in these protests. Details surrounding the individuals involved the altercation remain unclear. It was uncertain whether those engaged in the brawl, including the victim, were students or adults. As of 1:55 p.m., the condition of the stabbing victim was still unknown. Since taking office, President Trump has rapidly enacted a series of executive orders aimed at tightening immigration policies, including bolstering military presence along the U.S.-Mexico border and rolling back previously established regulations on immigration and customs enforcement. This series of actions has ignited widespread debate and unrest among communities across the nation, insinuating the urgency of these protests among young activists. All right, check this out. Deadly new strain of H5N1 are causing egg and beef shortages to get even worse. All right, so that's pestilence. So you got pestilence, uproars of the people. Oh, and I can't forget this. Plane crashes in Brazil while attempting emergency landing on the highway, leaving 2 dead. So what's up with all the fucking plane crashes in 2025? It's because we're in perilous times, man. This is 2 Timothy 3, verse 1. This know also that in the last days perilous times shall come. And you should know that the word perilous means dangerous. All right? The word there in the Greek is halepos.
Strong's G 5467. Chalepas. Chalepas.
Which means dangerous, savage, trouble, hard to bear. Okay? And that's the times that we're in, man. The extremely deadly D1.1 strain of the H5N1, which has been ripping through the nation's poultry population in the recent weeks, has now gotten into the cattle population in the state of Nevada. This is the very first time that the cattle in the U.S. have ever tested positive for the strain. What this means is that we're facing a very serious threat to our food supply. As I detailed earlier this week, the U.S. is dealing with the worst egg shortage that it has ever experienced and is likely to get even worse as the new strain spreads. Meanwhile, the size of the U.S. cattle herd could be reduced even further by this new strain, and it is already at the lowest level that we have seen since 1961. According to market intel, the total number of cattle and calves was 86.7 million in January, down from 1% last year. The beef herd has shrunk 40% since 1975, and it's the smallest it has been since 1961. The U.S. Department of Agriculture revealed that the number of beef cows have calved hit a record low of 27.9 billion. Replacement heifers also decreased, indicating continued contradiction in the cattle cycle. In 1961, 182 million people were living in the U.S. Today, 334 million people live in the U.S. So now we have the same amount of beef that we did in 1961, but we have nearly twice as many people to feed. Okay? Man, prophecies are speaking very, very loud. This is Luke 21. We'll get right to the point. And verse 9. But when you shall hear of wars and commotions, be not terrified, for these things must first come to pass, but the end is not yet. So that's what we hear about. War with Ukraine, ceasefires in the Middle East, exchanges of hostages. While there's ceasefires going on, little Satan's over there is still bombing the shit out those people, man. Be not terrified, for these things must first come to pass, but the end is not by and by, but it's close. Then said he unto them, nation shall rise against nation, and kingdom against kingdom. And that's what we see happening. Okay? And great earthquakes shall be in diverse places, and that's what we see happening. And famine, scarcity of food, lack of bread, lack of water, people starving, and pestilences, and fearful sights, and great signs shall they be from heaven. All of these things are going on. Planes dropping out of the sky, solar eclipses, blood moons, comets, You know, earthquakes, pestilence, uproars of the people. You know, starvation. You know, jump down 25. Luke 21:25. And there should be signs in the sun and in the moon and in the stars and upon earth the stress of nations, with perplexity the sea and the waves roaring. Man's heart failing for fear, for looking after those things which are coming on earth, for the powers of heaven shall be shaken. All right, that's the time that we're in, man, where the powers of heaven are uh, shaken. So with that, to stay strong, you know, just a quick, you know, prophetic update, things in the news. You know, I pray this has been edifying and informative. You know, I want to give all praise and honor and glory to Yahweh Shem Yahushai, to the hopeful elect. Shalom.